The NIT on ESPN. A balmy day in Tampa in late March. Not many teams left playing college basketball, but South Florida and VCU. You see some of the South Florida students still dancing. Well, on the other side of that, keep your eye on Chris Youngblood, as the Pistons are already pumping here in Tampa, Florida. They don't waste any time, Richard.
Activity of Stroud giving South Florida a second crack.
Max Shoga gets a lot of space from Pryor and makes him pay. Pryor, give him 5 points early. Has something to say to the VCU bench, and you can hear the crowd saying a lot. They're in it early.
Casey Pryor, such a talented player, can do so many things at 6'10", can stretch the floor, rebound at a high clip, and create for others.
Zeb Jackson, the Michigan transfer, buries his first tray.
When Zeb Jackson has it going from the outside, this VCU team is very dangerous. 29% shooting from three-point land. If he can get it going early, you talk about a really, really big-time player.
Pryor, the native of Chicago, 7 points early.
And you see a little bit of the skill set. 6'10", fading away on the baseline. Beautiful, Jay.
Kwani. Hey, he told us this afternoon, I'm going to keep shooting threes. We said, you were 2 of 4 last game. That's pretty good.
Well, he stepped up. And that's what happens when you get here to the gym early, get the work in. Kwani knocking it down when it swung to him in the corner.
Don't blink, you might miss something. Back and forth we go. Knox trying to get free is rejected by Christian Furman.
South Florida. Jackson, Zeb Jackson, lining it up from deep.
Snaps it to Jackson, who jab steps. Bamisil, nice fake, gets Pryor in the air and moves it to Bairstow. Zeb Jackson trying to beat the shot clock. Splash. VCU 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. Not a bad start.
And that's huge for Zeb Jackson. As we mentioned, shooting under 30% from three-point, but he can fill it up quickly. A high-volume shooter to go along with high-level athleticism.
Pryor. Those two guys aren't just teammates. They were roommates at Utah State, came here together.
So much experience each other. You got to say, hey, man, you're supposed to be my boy. You can't throw me the grenade like that, and if you catch it, you got to be ready to let it fly.
15 on the shot clock. Bamisil to the hole. He is so quick. Lays it up with the left hand.
It's not just the possessions at the end of the game that matters. It's every play in spurts of the game to not let teams get to advantage.
Bairstow.
I just need somebody to give me a spot and let me go where I can play.
Youngblood, step back after getting some contact from Fats Billups. Nails it.
The versatility of South Florida allows them to switch on multiple ball screens from the personnel standpoint.
Bamisil elevates short. Furman puts it back off the glass. Crowd engaged here at the England Center. The wall gathers it, but taken away. Pryor. Much deserved.
Hustle, relentless action on the ball, and Casey Pryor, knowing where the shot blocker was a player on the scouting report, averaging around 7 points and 4 rebounds. He played against us and my Alabama teammates, goes off for 28 points and 14 rebounds on a televised ESPN game.
VCU making a name for itself again on the road. Up by 2. Kwani too strong. Nice offensive rebound by Lawal. How about that elevation? He's got a 40-inch vertical. Lawal had 3 offensive boards against Villanova. Continues to clean that offensive glass. Placer. Floater is good. Placer had 14 points in the last round's win at UCF, playing like his life depended on it. It does. This is his last game of collegeability. Selton Miguel, like a bull in a china shop underneath. Couldn't finish. Stroud, offensive rebound for the Bulls. Pryor pump fakes, takes the baseline to 2 more points. Furman said, hey, wait a minute, I got a little space to work with here. Can't finish it, but wow, he's got an incredible motor according to the coaching staff on VCU. Second half action underway. Youngblood launches. Here comes the screen. Rolling to the basket is Furman. Lofting it to Zeb Jackson. A nice look by Shoga. Jackson goes downstairs. Here's Furman. Banging with Pryor. Jump hook. Falls.
A tremendous extension by Furman on that jump hook. You see the length as he was able to jump right up top of the defender. The length of this VCU team, a premium that head coach Ryan Odom puts on his roster. He loves wingspans. Furman with a tremendous reach.
Now, you had a 7'3" wingspan, still do, I assume. How do you take advantage of that? Jackson knocks down another three.
Absolutely on fire. Zeb Jackson, 5 for 6 from the field, including 4 for 5 from three-point land.
Youngblood, like a surgeon. Extra pass goes to Knox. He's been off all night, but Youngblood fighting his way to an offensive rebound and 2 points.
Zeb Jackson, the recipient of stepping up into this tray ball from the top of the key.
Shoga probes, penetrates, can't hit. In the open floor, Stroud finds his way to the hoop running free.
But the saucy play of Kason Pryor coming down the no-look dive for the beautiful layup.
3-point VCU advantage. All of a sudden, Furman is red hot.
The high-level basketball in the EuroLeague.
Nice chalk talk session with the great Richard Hendricks. And a nice three. Youngblood, nice cut. Great dish to Walker, who was rejected by Furman. His 53rd block of the year.
In Wake Forest, Hunter Salas, really good players on that team. That's a big win for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Pete Souza with Richard Hendricks, and that, my friends, is Chris Youngblood. No need to introduce him tonight.
Corey Brewer, who was a McDonald's All-American, scored over 50 points in one individual game when he was with the Timberwolves in the NBA. But it was the connectivity of players like Torian Green and Lee Humphreys, who were really good players on that team. Chris Richard as well, who's an SEC legend in his own right for what he's accomplished at Florida. So the depth, the balance on those teams, and Coach Abdul Rahim using those as inspiration to inspire these teams that you have to be unselfish if you want to be a winner and have a legacy.
Off the mark is the freshman Jaden Reed, but Youngblood once again doing it all tonight. That's his 4th offensive rebound.
He's doing it so many ways, but it's particularly with the hustle and the effort. Youngblood, physicality under the boards, finding a way to knife himself in there and getting some big putbacks just when they need them.
How about Furman? He has been a real shot in the arm for this Rams team. Selton Miguel.
Furman 5 for 6 shooting.
Michael Bell running the floor.
Gotta get to the middle. Try to get to the middle of the paint. You also want to look in the short corners.
Bell, step back. Buries the tray with the shot clock expiring.
Or you can do that with just a big-time individual play. As Michael Bell lines one up on the step-back J and extends this lead for the Rams.
Hey, he's a freshman. He doesn't know any better, right? He's unconscious.
Well, listen, at this point of the season in postseason play, freshmen are now sophomores. You've given enough playing time. You've seen games.
Jaden Reed with the bucket for the Bulls. Lead is at 5. Bell into the paint, draws attention, drops it off for Fats Billups. Stroud snaps it to Knox. Knox has not been gun shy in the last few minutes. Extra pass. Reed raises, drains it. Youngblood with 18 points and a lot to play for. Powers his way to the hole on Shoga.
So the defense has further to rotate over. But on that time, just pinpoint defense getting there in time to get squared up to contest that shot.
Can the Bulls capitalize? Reed can! Came and followed Coach Abdul Rahim. After Kennesaw State went to the tournament and Abdul Rahim came here, so did Youngblood.
The big shot there by Bairstow to quiet things down.
Bulls can cut it to 1 or tie. Youngblood's been the guy, 22 points, call it 24. Bairstow. Bodies with Stroud, too strong. Offensive rebound looked to be taken down by Pryor, but taken away by Bamisil, who puts it back up and in.
Bamisil with the extra effort.
And Youngblood catches Lawal napping. Miguel controls, 15 on the shot clock. Likes what he sees, goes to the hole, and one!
Coming off that side pick and roll, going downhill, gets Lawal up in the air, gets a little bit of contact, and is able to finish with an opportunity. Toby Lawal strode up huge in the clutch for VCU.
Youngblood launches it, no good. VCU will advance to the quarterfinals. 70-65 is the final score.